Hello. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Can we get to 5,000 likes for our boy Jagged? Whoa, we're gonna need something serious to get to 5k. In one video, at least. Oh wait, I have to put you in the stream, at least the good ones. There you go. Hello, Ryan, Fortet, Keen, Swagger, Aurelius, Thomas, Uncle Fungus, Austin. Yeah, what's up, J Steel? They were worried, were they? Don't worry about me. I'm always a minute late. Always. Some funny chat earlier on there, guys. What are you trying to pin on me? Well, what are you trying to pin on me? Why don't I? Yeah, well, you're just a genius, Thomas. You're a genius. That's why. I just can't think that far ahead. Should we watch some games? Good idea. Good idea. Interesting theory, Fungus. Nothing has been exposed, Ryan. Nothing at all. Familiar map. Familiar. UD already trying to cheat. Shameful. Don't think it'll work though. They have tolerance time at work. About 10 minutes, then you're officially late. You see, I'm unofficially late then. Or rather, I'm just not late. I have been. I have definitely been 15 minutes late, at least, for stream at some point. At some point. For sure. When am I getting that earlier stream? Well, this is earlier. So we're gonna work it back. You know, this is about 2 to 3 hours earlier than the last few. So you're welcome. I'll be expecting gifts in return, obviously. What's up, Well Kazon? What's up, Roy? How's it going? Hello, hello. So, what are we watching, guys? We're watching the third place match between Paralon and Yudi. This is Yudi here. Hachama. He's a bit of a weeb. Or a lot of a weeb. So there, that's explains the name. And Paralon is Paralon. No known weeb notions for him. But he is Russian, so you never know. So it's third place match of Summer Invitational. Both of these players lost their respective semi-finals, and they have to do a third place playoff to see who gets, you know, a little bit extra prize money, a bit more pride, a few more points for Legend of the Stars qualification. And very different approaches. So we know what Paralon does. Paralon is, oh, actually, okay, this is interesting. So what we've seen before from Paralon, he does like this map. He has picked this map. He's played this map many times in the tournament. What he likes to do is rush a transport generally. He rushes a transport quite quickly and attempts to get a proxy base on his opponent's side of the map. Yudi is going for the, I would say, the classic approach to the ditch, which is a lot of land factories, later air. I mean, this is maybe later than normal, to be honest. This is very macro heavy build. So you can see he's really all about the base building in the opening, whereas Paralon is already left with the transport and is heading across the map. So he's going to drop 1, 2, I'd say at the most, in next to the hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon is pretty nice to grab. This is a good place to drop because the hydrocarbon and the reclaim are right next to each other, so it's good to drop here. And then he's going to drop, you can see here, and he's going to try and get a proxy base here. So that's another thing that is really nice to see from Paralon, that he, because he does the proxy, takes the proxy approach so often, he has a very good approach to it, which is to attempt to get, he doesn't drop in a single position. He tries to get NGs in 2 positions relatively close together. And he basically gets 2 bites of the cherry in terms of base building. If you drop everything in one place, then bombers and things, it's easier to counter a drop in 1 position than in 2 positions. So I think that that's actually very it's worth noting. It's worth noting big time, because even if he drops on the top side, you'll see him drop, say, here, and then he might drop deeper in. And it's not just because he wants some mexes or whatever. That's pretty much irrelevant. It's about the difficulty in dealing with two positions where somebody's trying to get a base going. Now there is a downside, of course, which is there's 2 NGs here, and then there's only 3 NGs here. So less concentrated build power means it's slower to get that first factory up, but at the same time, okay, that's a lot of bombers. So Yudi reacting correctly. Bombers is the way. Bombers is the way. Oh, he's targeted the factory. Factory does finish. Will he kill it? Kills 1 NG. And Yudi winning air control as well. So he should be able to keep his bombers alive. And this position is not going to happen for Paralon. It's just not happening. Yudi is also dropped here. He's walked to this position. Great play. It's a completely. This is. You pretty much should always walk an engineer here, build a mech, and build a factory, because look at the reclaim. And there's only 1 mech there. Dropping there is not necessarily in your interest because you have so many other places to drop. And Yudi also drops. He drops to this position, and is going to be spamming quite a lot. On the top side, random bombers from Paralon. He's looking for the drops. He's looking for engineers that are expanding and grabbing mass. This is a major amount of mass income that Yudi is making use of. You can see you have to measure like where is Yudi getting the reclaim from. Now he's going to start getting reclaim from this base, so it won't be so painful if he does lose engineers up here. But up until now, that has been his income has been in this position. Transport from Yudi did not get through. Or is this the same transport? Because there was a transport in this area. There it is. That's 5 dead engineers. Yudi lost his transport that was moving to this side. He was trying to get to at least this position, and he failed. A lot of bombers coming in on top of this. He needs to go after the static anti-air and then the NGs. Maybe the NGs first, in fact, to deny more anti-airs. But yeah, he has so many bombers that he can just take these out. Another anti-air goes up. That's going to get many kills. But there's just so much bomber spam. Look at the number of air factories that Yudi has in his base. Who needs land factories? He's spamming he's spamming air factories like they're land factories on Painted Desert or something. Paralon has Tech 2 air. He's upgrading. He doesn't have his Hydra on his base for some reason, which is a mistake, but not a major one. He's got 3 mechs about to finish upgrading. He's trying to get a proxy in this position, but guess what? Yudi has infinite bombers. One factory does go up, and Yudi is not in this position. He actually dropped. There were engineers on board here, and they're dead. They are dead. He has lost these engineers that were dropped here, and that's huge for Paralon. Makes this a much bigger threat, but at the same time, it's 1 factory and 2 engineers. One of them damaged. This isn't very scary for Yudi. And this position, look at the number of kills. 1 mass killed, and now 1151. But Yudi's just going to keep coming in. If he just needs 1 bomb on that anti-air to take it out. Tech 2 land is done in the expansion. He's not ecoing there at the wait, is he? 1 Mex is upgrading there. So Yudi not making Tech 2 Mexes right now. Just focus on making a lot of air, getting that T2P gen up. Well, getting his follow-up T2P gens. This is basically the one map where you can queue up, you can drag queue Tech 2 P gens. This is basically this is the only place you can literally drag queue like 8 of them, and that will be a good maneuver. What's up, Scoot? What's up, Swackle? How's it going? And Paralon trying to get more drops off. He's going to at least get to this position. Will he get further? Hard to say. There's 5 bombers here flying in behind the inties of Paralon, which is ridiculous. They're just on patrol, and Paralon just waits until the bombers are cleared before he finally orders the transport to unload. 6 engineers here. And he's cleaned out of this position, but he does have Seraphim, so maybe he can, well, he certainly will be spamming a lot of factories here, and then perhaps send some Zuis across to be annoying, although bombers will deal with that. Here is Paralon in this base up the top, which is really nice because Yudi is not in the other corner. But if you look at the total mass, though, Yudi 63k mass total versus 45 for Paralon. So Paralon not as good at grabbing the reclaim at all. He's 24,000 mass behind in reclaim. A 4 HP transport just drops 8 Zuis into Yudi's base. 4 HP. So Philip, I will cast the final tomorrow. All these games have already been played, but I will cast the final tomorrow. Final is best of 7 between Tagada and Zlo. Yeah, I'm a bit behind. Tech 3 airs on the way, over halfway for Yudi. Paralon, similar degree of completion, maybe slightly more. He only has 3 Tech 2P gens and isn't building anymore, and also just overall just not spending a lot of mass. Does have some eco, but if you look at his well, no radar, no navy at the moment, not many units. Where are the NGs? I mean, what's that, like 80 NGs? 84. That's he really needs a lot more engineers in various positions, especially in this expansion. 1 factory in an expansion like this is mind-boggling to me. Nice damage on the top side though. Yudi's really struggling with this top expansion, and also just, I mean, spamming Tech 1 land through here is not very impressive. Not the best maneuver. He is dropping now to the corner, which is nice. What's up, Finn? How many Tech 1 bombers do they have? 64 Tech 1 bombers. And he's just attacking everywhere with the bombers. The bombers doing a lot now, redirecting many of them to the top left where he really needs support, because he's about to lose everything there. A couple of factories he has will die in 1 or 2 more Zooey shots. But Tech 3 Air is online. Tech 3 Pigeon under construction. And he actually has enough power, which is actually quite impressive. Although, really, does it just mean that he doesn't have the mass reclaim at the moment? No engineers in this position, and plenty of engineers around here, but maybe not on the best queues. Don't have the greatest orders. Some Zooies are found. I was about to comment on him not having the Hydra, but I think it got killed by the Zooey drop. Anti-airs here. I think with this many bombers, you could just ignore everything. Maybe kill the static A and then just bomb the factories, perhaps. But some Tech 2 Air would help greatly. I think some Tech 2 Air support factories to make Corsairs and gunships would be really great. E-storage. Well, he's not going to be overcharging anything. So e-storage is the last thing on most people's minds. Eskimo, also hello. So Tech 3 Pigeon up for Paralon. Second one under construction. Let's see, does he have that set up for adjacency? No, not really, no. He changes his mind. He's going to build it with adjacency in mind. Nice. Good stuff. So he's making ASF now. He's already got one. But no Navy. I mean, it is only Cyber Navy he's up against, so not the scariest thing, but still, I mean, if the Navy can have an impact, especially say here and in the corner, can have an impact, and on the front line, once you like it's the Navy is a long-term advantage. Well, you do want energy storage. You do. It is still useful, but it's a major. It's not a major thing, and also the level of resources that you're going to have in terms of energy and stuff is going to be so huge that you would need a lot more than one energy storage, and that's not a trivial investment. If you're going to make 20 storages to give yourself an actual buffer, then 20 storages is going to be like 5k mass. So, I think a few energy storage is good, but it's a small thing in the grand scheme of this kind of game. So Paralon doing great on the top side, it's got to be said. He like this is huge. Like Yudi is doing well up to this point, but he has the long-term advantage of Navy. But Paralon has got Tech 3 mexes in this expansion. That's ridiculous. Again, with no storages. I don't understand how he keeps doing that, but this is the major advantage for Paralon. This proxy here, and you can also support it with stuff behind. He's actually making Navy now in the corner, where he has a bit of space, and maybe he can keep that a secret from Yudi for a while. Yudi is upgrading Tech 3 mexes now. Very important that he doesn't allow Paralon to have the advantage in Tech 3 mexes. The score is 0-0. This is game 1. I'm sure that these are getting bombered, all these Tech 1 mechs. Oh, those 2 Tech 2 mexes are down already, and the other 2 are damaged. Just random Tech 1 bombers doing this damage. Yudi is actually in a weird position with his commander. Very weird position. Yudi almost completely ignoring the top proxies depressing. Well, he made a lot of Tech 1 bombers. That was basically his reaction, and it seems to still be his reaction, despite the fact that this army is like entirely anti-air at the moment, and then some random Zuis coming in behind. So, yeah, land, Tech 3 land would be great. With some loyalists, he could do a lot. So Paralon just working on his grid. He's working on his eco. His ecoing is so strange. It's absolutely like, I don't know how he gets away with this, but he literally makes Tech 3 mexes without storages. And then he makes, like, what? He's making 3 Tech 3 mexes at once with no assistance and stalling 200 and something mass. Like, what? Now that's depressing. There's literally no excuse for that. But hey, there you go. That's not normal ditch ecoing, no. So, yeah, Yudi just spamming the Tech 3 mexes now. I think he's got a bit of fear from Paralon's Tech 3 mexes. He's afraid that he might just get out ecoed in this game, but so it's not gonna happen. He's using gunships, but well, he's gonna need a lot more than that. Maybe Tech 3 gunships would be much nicer. Even strat to just get rid of the support factories as well. So Paralon, how much reclaim left? But 200k on the map still. Tons of natural reclaim. And looks like more of it is on Paralon's side, but it's fairly even. BH equals like... Well, no, not really. Not in this kind of game. If it's an eco game where you don't have proxies and mass T1 bomber spam, then yeah, you make 4 T3 mechs at once. But yeah, you don't eco like that. Even if you do it, you do assist. So yeah, the proxy is still... Yeah, this is game 1. Sorry, Marco. So there's still it's just Tech 1 land, but he's actually just getting through and doing damage. It's Tech 1 AA and Zuis, and he keeps sending Tech 1 bombers, which is useless, obviously. Well, virtually useless. The Loyas are here now, though. Have they been dropped in? Oh, here's the Tech 3 factory. Okay. The Navy really hasn't done much yet, but again, it is a longer term thing. That is so many bombers just on attack move. And Paralon's just adding more and more production, so this proxy is not getting weaker, it's only getting stronger. Now he's taking the base as well. There's nice reclaim as well to be grabbed. So this is scary for Yudi, his position right now. He's allowing Paralon to have much more map control than he's really due. And who... Well, that's Paralon sending in his air. I don't know if he has enough air. It doesn't look like he does. Well, they have very similar ASF numbers, but Yudi has this whole force of inties next to him. Also, the bombers and gunships may take some shots, so Paralon can't win an air fight here. Best of 3. I think it's best of 5, Marco. I will double check after this game, but I'm pretty sure it's best of 5. So SMD going up for UD. No sign of a nuke for Paralon. at the moment. And yeah, now the loyalists are starting to get involved and pushing back with the help of a lot of bombers, which are pretty inefficient investment. Oh, the flak is here, and gunships going down. Does take out that flak, but there's another one taking pot shots at the gunships and the bombers and the ASF. And some, yes, a few. Oh, here comes the airfight. A few Corsairs would be really nice to just snipe the flaks at least, and maybe snipe some factories, the Tech 2 factories potentially. Airfight happens now, and Parlon actually has managed to bring his inties in, and he's got the flak flying or patrolling right below. But it looks like, well, UD's ASF are dropping quite low. A lot of them red and yellow in HP. But he does win the fight with quite a few left over, but they're all quite damaged, so some air staging would help greatly, but he does win the air fight, which is good for him. There's like chicken bots and stuff over here, but now a brick from UD. Oh, that mass extractor survives on 17 HP. Tech 3 HQ is here for Paralon, by the way. And the middle is dead. That had been taken by Yudi, but goes down now. He had T2 mexes in that position as well. Yudi again, he just has more reclaim left over, it seems. Here's more of it. Yudi now only 10k mass total ahead of Paralon, after being about 30k ahead before, and now losing Loya to Zui's. He's actually lost his HQ. He's lost all of his naval production, in fact, to Zui's and Yanzin's, and perhaps some Tech 1 and Tech 2 air as well. That's an Omni right next to the shore. That is not going to survive. Where is that Notha going? What is it trying to hit? It bombed some NGs. Okay, great. Definitely getting pushed back on the top side, but it's still no mean feat to get rid of this. It's only 5 loyalists, so where, I mean, 5 loyalists are not taking care of this, and the gunships, there's plenty of flak and anti-air. I mean, Tech 1 bombers, we've been over that already. Paralon also looking like he might be able to win air. His Tech 2 and the hover attacks are great, and he also is mixing in some atoms coming on the sea floor here through this position. Could be scary. That's 2 dead T3 mexes. I'm not sure how they died. Oh, surely it was Nothas that killed those. Yeah, I'll probably cast the final tomorrow, Marco. Notha's coming in. Are they going after the other Tech 3 mechs? Are they going? Yeah, they are. I thought they might. They could also go after the HQ potentially, but first the eco. And there goes that T3 mechs, and it's also going to lose. He's going to lose, yeah, 1100 mass from the bomb. Killed 1100 mass in reclaim. This looks completely terrible for Udi now. He's lost all of his navy. This is so ugly. He has nothing against this. I mean, the loyalists, like 4 loyalists versus this, and all of this production here. Now, next thing we need is some Tech 3 production for Paralon. No reason not to make some Tech 3 production now in that position. And put on even more pressure. Nice attack here from Yudi. I mean, Paralon really just can't seem to get these mexes teched up and keep them safe at the same time, but a lot of reclaim on Paralon's side. And he's doing a lot of damage, and there needs to be an answer to the hover armies that are coming in. A couple of bricks here, getting way too close to that Autumn, but they will take him out. If he doesn't dodge, he's going to lose these two to Zui's. Speaking of losing them to Zui's, the Loyalist forced to dodge. And there used to be a few more than just this guy here. Look at the wreckages everywhere. And it's Paralon that's taking that mass. A lot of Tech 1 factories here, but they're all making NGs. And he's trying to build an Omni here. That seems ambitious. Why build it there? And I mean, Yudi is just getting overrun. How's there an Autumn in his base? How's there an Autumn in his core base? Just took out a Tech 3 mechs there. Yudi cannot deal with everything that Paralon is doing here. There's nothing to kill this Autumn. Absolutely nothing. And I think Yudi is going to be forced to give in here because... Oh, air fight. Yeah, that's not good for Yudi. He completely loses air there. That should definitely be a cue to probably call it a day now. Tech 3 Pigeons going down to Autumns in the base. There's a lot of Zuis about to arrive and take out the power. The Loyalists are standing there trying to deal with the hordes, but it really doesn't matter. Look at this. The bombers. Paralon just about to catch up on total mass by the end of it, but yeah, the lack of investment in getting rid of this proxy here. Again, I always say that the proxy is a massive long-term advantage, and if you have a proxy on your opponent's side, your opponent doesn't have one on your side, the longer the game goes on, the better it is for the guy with the proxy. It's not something to win fast with generally. It's something to keep in your back pocket, stay there as long as possible. When's the final? We're going to cast it tomorrow, Marco. Today we're just going to cast the this particular match. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. So game number 2 is a map gen game. But the size of it, I'm not sure of. We shall see. Okay. Okay, 10 by 10 map here. So we got Paralon on the left. He's got Seraphim again. Yudi has UEF. He had Cybern last time. Cyber on the ditch. Used to be the most popular faction on the ditch by far, but these days wouldn't be my main pick, or probably even my second pick. But that's gone now. Let's see what what they do in this game. So there's a lot of mass on this map. Obviously we have some water, there's some wreckages around. And it feels like UD's at a huge disadvantage based on the faction. Like every bit of coast is a beach here. So really weird that UD has UEF, no Tech 1 hover. And yeah, Paralon has Seraphim. He's got Zooies. Need I say more? So yeah, I'm not sure why UD ended up with this faction. I think you can see the preview of the map gen before. I think you can. Pretty sure that's how it works. Marco, I cast it tomorrow. The final is already finished. It's all been played. But I'll cast it tomorrow. Lab out for UD. He needs to catch some Selines. And it looks like he's going to succeed unless Paralon reacts very quickly. There's one Celine down. He's going to try and go grab another if he can find it. And he should actually find it. Let's see. Should pop up on the radar. Oh, did he actually have... Oh, there he is. Oh, wow. UD on point there. It's only flashed on for a second there. And he did see it. But if he just stops here and cloaks, then he should be safe and sound. UD will know that he's around here, but he'll have no idea where. So yeah, oh god, this kind of island, like you just send one Zooey, what can you do against it? What can you do? What can you do if he sends them in this direction? Actually, we have a Salem destroyer which is on the surface of the water, and a naval factory askew. Nice raid on the top side. Engineer goes down to Celine and Tham, and that's a very nice kill. Denies two more mexes that would have been built. May even kill a third mex. Paralon was air factory paused. He's got two land factories and air factory right now. Looks like UD slightly ahead in the air game. He already has an interceptor out, but he's also paused air now. Both players just underbuilding air or underbuilding power in the opening. Maybe underestimating just how many mexes they would have access to this quickly. The air scout goes down to the Inti, and yeah, both players probably could have scaled a lot faster. Now you can see Paralon really with a lot of engineers in his base trying to get rid of all that mass he has. He is getting the Salem wreckage. Oh no, he was getting a Salem wreckage on the top side. He actually got all of it. So yeah, that's why he has so much mass available actually, and that means he's getting both Salem wreckages. So is UD just not aware of that reclaim? Did he not become aware of it right at the start, or who knows? But Paralon's done better at grabbing the reclaim. He's way behind on power though. 100 power income behind. So what is the plan? Ooh. Paralon trying to get a factory over here. UD, that is so... Why would you delay the reclaim so long? I don't know why you would build all the mexes, hydro, and a land factory, and then expect there to still be a Salem wreckage to grab. There's so many minutes here just building, and then you think the reclaim is still going to be there. I don't know. That's a pretty weird decision, in my opinion. But in the center, UD seems to be doing pretty well. Stepping forward with the ACU. Question is, where does he go to? You can be pretty aggressive, I guess, with the commander, because you can always dip into the water no matter where you are. The expansions are quite close to the sides, so looks like he will walk over to here and take this for himself. At least he will kill it. He may suffer a counterattack though, as he leaves the middle choke point. So he's going to regroup all of his units basically to stop Paralon running through here. No ideas of Tech 2 land, or actually, oh, maybe he'll go Tech 2 air here, because that's an extra air factory. And he is going to go Tech 2 air, and he has the power to actually do it. So, well, he just needs to get his NGs assisting there. But yeah, Tech 2 air is Yudi's idea, which I like. I think he had to make some kind of different tech. Like Tech 1 land is not going to win him the game. It's also not going to help him deal with some of the threats that Yudi could, or Paralon could pose. So Tech 2 air is pretty good. This factory actually got finished. Paralon's taken the rest of the Salem wreck, and now there's a proxy. Just one factory, but I mean, more than that would be too much of an investment perhaps. So this is quite annoying. Oh, Paralon's air. Yudi's in behind it. He only gets 2 empties, but still looks like Yudi will be in a good position airwise. And the base that Yudi had just killed and then built for himself was quickly destroyed. And Paralon just captured every mechs up here. All of it. It's all his. So Paralon, although he's behind on score, is making serious moves. Like this is fantastic for Paralon. He's going to kill these mexes, and he can even send this engineer over to get some reclaim and grab the mexes himself. He's going to kill these 2 mexes, probably this mex as well. And he's captured these 3, so that's devastating for Yudi. In return, Yudi has killed maybe 4 mexes here, and well, perhaps he can walk over here and just manually reclaim all of these wreckages with his commander. That would be a good move. In the meantime, it's Janus time. 2 T2 mexes and full Janus production for Yudi. There's no Tech 2 mex for, well, no, 1 Tech 2 mex for Paralon. And actually, trying to get some damage on the commander. Not a bad idea. He's going to shave off a couple thousand. Not the worst move. But this, 6 dead mexes, dead hydro. This is very painful. That's transport from Paralon in a strange position with 2 engineers on board goes down to Yudi's air, and Yudi's going to go up here and recapture these mexes. Now what? I'm expecting... I mean, the gun AC seems like a bit of a no-brainer, given just the nature of this small choke point in the T1 land. And Yudi, what is he going to do with the Janus? What's his target? Is he going to use them on the outskirts of the map? Is he going to get rid of this and then maybe move over here and get rid of this position? Is he going to try and kill the commander right now? Literally right now. Yudi's not upgrading. He's also not moving forward with his commander. He's just going to grab some wreckages on patrol by the looks of it. And the Janus are chilling so far. So both players taking reclaim in the middle. Looks like Paralon might be getting more of it. And now he begins the gun upgrade. Gets an engineer assisting him. Actually, 2 engineers assisting him. Let's see what his E looks like. Looks reasonable. He also has Tech 2 land now. And still on that 1 Tech 2 mechs. But again, with just superior map control. 1 Zooey arrives. Can't attack this factory or this mechs because it's inside the minimum range. But he will clean up that whole island. And here comes the Janus. And Paralon's down to 500 power income. All of a sudden. He lost about 300 power income there. Janus going down. There's 2 flaks in the base. More Janus coming in. This one doesn't get very far. Oh my god. And suddenly Paralon down to 280 power income. As still there's Janus alive. And they're looking for the last few P-gens. Oh, they drop short. So Paralon on 300 power income right now. His gun just finished. Which is honestly pretty fantastic timing for him. There's still 3 Janus around. And there's a whole lot of units just bursting through this expansion. And heading towards the base where they're gonna, once again, try to kill the Tech 1 P-gens. This looks extremely good for UD. And he's also about to finish his own gun. And he just has far more units. Although there's Tech 2 land, it was mainly flak. Mainly flak. And although they did take out the Janus, the Janus did their damage beforehand. Tech 1 PD in the base. Ilshi comes out. And Paralon has 420 power income. He's building power up here actually, and he actually has a Hydra there as well. So, oh, he's got this Hydra as well, so that's going to be taken out, taking away 100 more power income. And yeah, he can't defend this position either. There's no anti-air here. There's actually land units heading. That's very questionable path that they're taking. Extremely questionable. Would have been much nicer to go around this way, but okay. And in the middle, it looks like Yudi can just walk forward with the gun commander, and I don't think he can be stopped. Maybe Paralon could make some Tech 2 PD. Oh, Yudi lost his Tech 2 P-gen. Probably to Zooey's. Something that's gone now. Probably Zooey's. And yeah, now this position under attack, but there's a PD here. All the NGs have gone down, but the PD is killed. Whatever killed the NGs. Tech 2 P-gen being replaced now by UD. Gunships taking out this position. Mex gets finished just before the NG goes down, and the Mex will live. Oh, never mind. Gunships now will actually all be taken out by the Inties, but UD's going to use that chance to come in and take a really good air fight. And it's very hard to see how Paralon could possibly win air control with so little power income. So they will fight in the middle. Yudi getting some overcharges. No, he's walking into the middle of these units. But it's not so scary because Paralon has so few units at his disposal that actually not too bad for him. He didn't lose very much HP, but that was a bit dangerous. But yeah, Yudi able to just overcharge the chickens, push back the enemy commander, and he will eventually use air to clean up the sides, I assume. But I mean, even now, somehow, I mean, Yudi doesn't have this. Paralon still has this position somehow. It's a bit strange, but Yudi is pushing forward in the middle and getting access to a lot of reclaim and more mexes, so it still does look extremely good for him. But he's not going Tech 2 land. Oh, never mind. He's gone Tech 2 land pretty far forward. He just finished that upgrade. And is getting pillars to the front. Yudi cleans up this position. This NG will go down. It's always nice. You sort of move onto the island, take it, and then you move the engineer away where it won't be killed with the mexes. And then once it's attacked, then you can send them back. But in this case, Yudi actually spotted that NG with the gunship as he left. No more eco for Yudi, still on those 2 Tech 2 mexes. In this position, finally now under attack. Gunships will clean it all up. He's going for power again. I don't think power is really an issue for Paralon anymore. What's an issue for Paralon is mass, thanks to map control. Trying to get Tech 2 factory in this expansion. Retaking this and just continuing on, trying his best. He does have only four Ilshis actually. Several. Oh, they keep getting overcharged by Yudi. Those are critical overcharges, and Yudi getting a huge amount of veterancy from those, as we can see here. Almost 4,000 mass killed now. Not the greatest overcharge ever that time, but overall in a good position. That is a Tech 2 PD for Paralon. One should be a bit of a deterrent for Yudi, but more will be required to actually keep everything at bay. The gunships find themselves over a flak. They're forced to retreat. Uh-oh. No, they go back to the flak and then they leave again, and now they're going back to the flak. And now they leave again. What is this? What is this? A lot of random Zooies trying to be as annoying as possible. And Yudi marches forward, doesn't care that there's Tech 2 PD here. A couple overcharges in here will get rid of it pretty quickly. Gunships also helping out. And one more shot. Overcharge in the end was overkill. PD goes down and Paralon forced to retreat once more. Gunship's just struggling now to find a position where there's no flak to attack. He could he doesn't seem to mind that this is Yudi's. Also Paralon with some idle units there. He's invested a lot in this position, but Yudi just not even fighting against it. And the only way Paralon wins here is if somehow Yudi walks forward without his units and gets target fired down. But don't really see that happening. Seems pretty unlikely. Still only 4k more mass for Yudi, which is amazing. Okay, the gunships arrive. In this expansion, they're going to have to take out all the anti-air, and there's quite a bit of a building. He actually decides to retreat now. Loses some gunships. No, he's coming back. You don't want to leave and then come back, because you're getting shot the whole time while you're not always shooting back. But he does have enough gunships to kill the anti-air, but then a flak comes out. Of course it does. Nice timing. And Yudi finds himself in range of multiple Il-Chevaux, which is a good thing for him. He wants to be able to shoot those with his commander, although he's not overcharging, which tells me it's probably time to invest in another Tech 2 P-Gen for him. Probably has gained quite a lot of mass, and now Paralon looks for the kill. Yudi moves back in. Oh my god, balls of steel, but look, he's very close to another vet level, which will give him health back, but he's not overcharging. There we go. Up above 10k again. And this might be the last hurrah for Paralon here, as Yudi moves all of his tanks in. And actually surrounds Paralon. Targets him down. And Yudi goes down with the ship. Well played by Yudi. The Janus were mighty. And they're actually completely necessary because, I mean, Paralon had taken a lot of the outskirts of the map, which, I mean, it didn't even have to really do with Seraphim for the most part. It was just, he was paying more attention to those areas. This factory was a very nice move. But yeah, nicely played by both of them, but the Janus were too much. Much too much for Paralon to stop. So 1 apiece. 1-1 in the best of 5. And let's check out game 3. What's up, Super Evil Rodent? Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Starting to feel UEF just hard counters Tech 1 Pigeons. Also, counters Tech 1 Mexes on Crazy Rush. Alright. The tables have turned. Yudi has Seraphim, and Paralon has Cybran. And let's do it this way. And the map is Hurricane. So 1 million trees on this map. Feels like Selkie Isle. They're all tree groups. Also quite a few rocks. 4 whole bases to yourself very close by with a hydro in each of them. Efficiency in the opening build, really important to scale quickly, but I don't think, well, I would give the edge on that to Yudi. But overall they should both be well able to scale their production here. But you're going to see a lot of engineers reclaiming trees, and it's not going to be too interesting in the opening. I don't expect labs, really. Although we'll check the queue. That's all NGs. I expect, yeah. So that's how you know that the map is eco-focused. The first factory builds only NGs. The second factory, which comes quickly, builds only NGs. Yudi has Yudi went for the double factory opening, so he built 2 factories immediately, and then builds the mexes, and then builds the hydrocarbon. So basically he's gonna have just more engineers is the story, and he actually will be able to, he actually made it work, because well, you can make it work when you have this many trees to provide energy reclaim. So you can't do this if you don't have tree reclaim. You can see he's already reclaimed 7,000 energy. The thing is, his third and fourth factory are definitely coming later. So is it good? It's sort of questionable now that if you look at the overall stats, he has more reclaim, but total mass is worse. And also he's behind on factories, so not sure if it's actually the best maneuver. A couple labs out for Paralon, just to keep Yudi honest. I mean, the first air scout for both of these guys, this is ridiculous. The first air scout for these guys comes out at about 3 minutes 30. That is, well, I don't know. It's extremely greedy. But Yudi now pulls ahead on mass. I think he's... Well, where is he getting the extra mass from? Faster expansion to the mass extractors, perhaps? Or simply just more reclaim? No, reclaim in terms of mass is very similar. So the Hydros will be next on the list. And expect to see some kind of Tech 2 very quickly. It could be Tech 2 land. It could also be Tech 2 air first. Definitely options here to go for. Personally, I would expect Paralon to be moving to Tech 3 land rather quickly, but maybe he'll go Tech 2 air first and then skip Tech 2 land and go Tech 3 land. That's definitely... I mean, it feels like that would be a decent approach here. What's up, Matthew? Alright. So the labs, as you can see, once they get across the map, there's already multiple tanks out, even though they were queued up much later. That's a nice place for a lab. Right at the reclaim, takes down a radar, takes down an NG. Good point of attack there. And Yudi was slow to get tanks over there, and he actually going to lose this time to the labs. Yudi denies this attack over here. Tries to move in on this side, but he will be stopped by the Manti. So let's look in the base. Tech 2 land is actually finished. Tech 2 PGen has begun for Yudi. Paralon is not even halfway to Tech 2 land, and he only has 2 engineers assisting, so not very good in terms of being so far behind on Tech 2 land. But he certainly seems to have more spam. That was a really nice raid, just denying this factory when it's almost finished, but Yudi will arrive with a nearby engineer and finish that off. Yudi with some nice tanks in various positions on the left hand side to deny expansion, and he drops into this corner of the map here after he's already dropped onto that plateau, getting a factory, and he will start getting the reclaim, get the rest of the mechs there, and he's faster to certain expansions here. As you can see, Paralon not on his plateau yet. He's heading to the left where there is a tank, and that tank might just deny whatever Paralon drops there. Paralon with a hunter in a similar position. Oh, this NG died as well before the factory finished, which is very unfortunate for Yudi. 50 something tanks there for Paralon. Only 30 and 1 Ilshi for Yudi. He's actually not going to Tech 3 land. I would have expected him to just move to Tech 3 land very quickly, but no. He's going to make some Ilshis. Probably not too many, but, well, okay, he has 13 queued at least, so whether he'll make that many or not remains to be seen. This tank hasn't killed anything. Oh, there's something building. There is an Henji there. Wow, that's... Look at this. He was fully in vision. Definitely looked to be in vision range, but wasn't seen by the Tham. Say something about balance if Aeon was basically never chosen this tournament. Well, it wasn't never chosen. It was just chosen rarely. Quite a lot of Ilshis, so T2 is really the main approach for Yudi. He's gonna make a lot of Ilshivo, and Paralon looks to be making a lot of Mantis. So will he be skipping forward to Tech 3 land? I kind of expect him to. Let's see. No Tech 2 air from him. He's now dropping the lower plateaus, but Paralon is using his Mantis well. And he's going to try and sneak into the expansion here through this position. And yes, he's on the way to Tech 3 land right now. That's a lot of Tech 2 build power, so once that's on the factory, it's going to upgrade pretty quickly. Ilshi's dealing with the Mantis at the top. They're really good at dealing with Mantis. So these two Ilshis will arrive at a good time and defend against the incoming Mantis. Actually, even just this one Ilshi at the front is already dealing with them extremely well. Quite a few missed shots though from the Ilshis, it must be said. Tech 2 air, Tech 3 air coming for Yudi. He's going Tech 3 air before he goes to Tech 3 land, although he's about to begin the Tech 3 land upgrade. You do not want to be far behind your opponent in terms of these land upgrades. But Yudi looking pretty good. He's gonna have Tech 3 air certainly before Paralon, but of course he will need to get a Tech a Tech 3 P-Gen to actually be able to produce from that. Good base in this position. He's getting a reclaim, he's getting a support factory here as well. And yeah, he looks relatively secure over here. On the left hand side there's no security whatsoever. Actually Yudi is here with an NG, but it's been forgotten about. Surely dropped in by this transport. He's getting a factory here as well, which is nice. He's got the mechs. And he's also in this position as well, so looks pretty good for Yudi in terms of just map control, tech. He's not too far behind in the land, and he's ahead in the air, so looks like Yudi is doing well in this game. He's going to get that Tech 3 P-Gen up very soon. Tech 3 land 60% of the way completed, while Paralon begins building his first, well actually that's his second Loyalist that just came out there. Loyalist versus Ilshis, not the greatest matchup. Ilshis are pretty good against Loyalists, but if they're split up like this, they can even get run over by the creepy crawly Mantis. Yudi pushing forward and finds himself under attack by gunships. Rockets flying in, and the Loyalists will follow up, most likely, unless they head to the other side. So those Ilshis will go down. Bit of a counterattack from the Mantis, just running through. What's up, Chicken Hunt? Thank you. Yeah, no, Aeon does not have to skip Tech 2. It's not the case. Both their Tech 2 tanks were buffed. Yudi actually makes a SAM very quickly, which is pretty defensive actually. He's quite, yeah, he respects the aggression from from Paralon, that's for sure. I mean, he's not scouted at all. This scouting is almost non-existent. He sees that there's at least Tech 2 air, but he doesn't know that if there's Tech 2 or Tech 3, which is probably why he's making a SAM. But again, if you're at Tech 3 air before 13 minutes on this map, you're probably ahead of your opponent, to be honest. Most people are much more focused on getting other things here. PD stops the aggression from the Mantis over here. And yeah, it's pretty back and forth. The Loyalists move in, start to do some nice damage on the Ilchis, take them out. And that's a drop. I don't know what exactly he dropped, but there's one tank remaining here, which is really just being annoying on this island, on this this plateau. Nobody, I haven't seen, I actually I don't think I've seen a single person drop the corner mexes at any point in this tournament, and I've seen this map many times. So think of that what you will. Nice army of Ilchi is going to get just fantastic trades against Mantis. The Mantis production really needs to stop here. Now, if these were Medusa, they might actually be able to do a little bit of damage before they all died. Mantis die essentially for free to this kind of Ilchi squad. So, Tech 3 land is up. Otham's being created. Otham's going to do really well versus Loyalists, by the way. So, we should see a switch to bricks, and we do. And we see a lot of factories control-cade to be recycled for mass. Beauty has 5 Othams, 3 bricks and 2 Loyas. So T3 numbers looking very similar. Yudi ahead on mass, ahead on reclaim, and certainly ahead on Tech 3 air. Although there is now a Tech 3 P-Gen, there still is no Tech 3 air HQ for Paralon. So where's the aggressive air units? The problem for Yudi is that he doesn't have Tech 3 gunships. Those would be quite nice, but maybe he'll invest in a strap bomber, and that is what he goes for. That's really the only aggressive, well, that is the only aggressive Tech 3 air unit you have as Seraphim, because you don't have a gunship. So he makes the strat. He won't be able to use it in the main base because there is a SAM, unless he, well, a SAM won't kill your strat in one pass, but it's very unlikely you'll get past the SAM and also avoid a T3 mobile anti-air and not get killed by maybe a stealth ASF or something. So he'll have to find somewhere else to use the strat, which, well, he's going to bomb a Loyalist. And he actually misses there, so. But the Othams will deal with that. Has to be careful that he doesn't do any friendly fire. That would be quite unfortunate. And yeah, the trick to this map is really like, how many of these mexes can you hold? Like these are the tough mexes to grab. They're very spread out and basically in between both players, and random bombers and things can take them out, and gunships, Mantis. Difficult to hold on. Where is the strap bomber? Here it is. He's found some nice target there. Tech 2 Mex goes down. And he's gonna find another one. Beauty microing quite well. Defends the strap bomber. Takes a few shots from some ASF, but still alive. The mats on the plateau. We'll check it after we look at the strap bomber. Strap bomber takes a lot of damage from the Intis. Intis getting in behind. The strat is very low. It's almost gotten a vet. If it gets a vet, it will survive. 12 HP. Oh, he loses the strat. What were his ASF doing? His ASF getting literally out-microed by Intis there. Oh my god. And Yudi just pushing through, running over bricks with the chicken bots. Definitely worth taking out this Tech 3 support factory. But he's just going to keep running. He doesn't care. He's going to keep running. Try and kill more bricks in the base. Just surrounding them. Another strat for Yudi is out. And he's wasted a lot of ASF in the base here. As well as losing that strat. And now the strat in the middle of 3 ASF. And also T3 Mobile Anti are taking some shots at it. It's on 700 HP. It's like 2 volleys of an ASF will take it out. There it goes. And we missed the Mantis. But it got a lot of kills. But now it is dead. Farm says it got about 15. He just continues pushing in. Look. Oh, he's actually on mech's priority. So T2 mechs goes down. Both these bricks are very low. They're actually kind of worth killing. Not sure why that is. She decided to start attacking the Tech 2. Transport, maybe it was targeting this mech actually. And another mech will go down. Just the HP of the Ilshis is just so huge that it can... They simply just tanked multiple bricks, shooting them for a long time. Thams in the base and a Celine trying to take out some economy, mass storage, and mechs being attacked. But they're not going to be successful. They just don't have the damage output. Big fight here. There's 3 bricks and the mobile anti-air. I think if Yudi just turns into that, he will take those out. I mean, Parlon will be forced to kite away from his own base towards presumably more reinforcements from Yudi. So I feel like he should chase that down there. No, he's just pushing forward. And he's going to find himself surrounded. These low HP bricks are still alive. There's 4 bricks here. And look at how quickly they're going to take out the lead Otham. Before it really got much of a shot off at all. Maybe 1 or 2 cannons. Cannon shots fired. And now they turn around and find that other brick army that they were fighting earlier is still here. And that was a really bad fight from... bad series of fights, actually, from Yudi. Not a good use of his units there. A lot of reclaim in this position. Another strat comes in and is immediately taken out. He killed 1 T2 mechs there. I don't think he killed anything else. Immediately that's clicked on and upgraded. But Yudi, with all that aggression, is taking a lot of map control. The problem will be obviously the reclaim, which is basically entirely on Parlon's side. I mean, there's Tech 1 Rex. I mean, look at all these dead Mantis, Jesus. But there's significant reclaim here. There's a Strap Bomber and a lot of Otham Rex. I don't see any Brick Rex. You'll notice that there's no Brick Rex here. Only Otham Rex. That tells a story. But in terms of map control, it's far superior for Yudi at this point. So reclaim versus map control, we shall see. Parallon is making second Tech 3 mechs now. It's almost finished. Yudi does not have a Tech 3 mechs. He almost has one. He's actually making 2 at once, which is obviously an error. This one only really just started. So he has almost got 1 Tech 3 mechs. But again, with more map control, you don't need as many Tech 3 mechs to have the same eco or more. It looks like their eco is going to be really similar though at this point. Reclaim very similar, but that will not stay the same because it's Parallon that's grabbing Tech 3 wreckages on his doorstep, not Yudi. Let's check the air. Only 4 ASF for Parallon and only 7 for Yudi. So both players with low numbers of ASF. There were Tech 3 anti-air. Oh, there's one. Some damaged bricks, some healthy bricks. Decent brick army. And yeah, Yudi now making snipers. No mobile shields just yet, which means those snipers can easily go down. Corsairs are a fantastic unit for sniping things like that. Even Tech 1 bombers, I mean, if there's no anti-air, then, or if there's no shield, then even Tech 1 bombers can do it. But Corsairs a pretty good deal for pretty good tool for dealing with snipers. So Yudi will have to invest in shields probably after this Pigeon. He'll easily be able to afford them. Gunships doing a bit of damage, but not really the greatest way to use your gunships. But yeah, the map control, huge for Yudi. A lot of more gunships now. The bottom side, he's going to try and take out as many mexes as he can. Nice Tech 3 production in this position. Whoa. 2 Tech 3 factories here. I'd love to see some upgraded mexes as well, considering that there's Tech 3 production there that makes that area pretty safe. Yudi really everyone struggles for mass on this map because, well, I guess they just... Oh, 6 Tech 3 mexes. Never mind. Well, no wonder. Yeah, see, Paralon minus 60 mass as he makes Tech 3 mex. That's pretty good. Wow, 6 Tech 3 mexes. Yudi has to react to this. He's making a 3rd Tech 3 mex. He's just pushing in with this army. This does not seem like a good fight at all. He may actually kill some bricks, but once again, the reclaim will not be his. That's for sure. And there's more bricks now. His T3 factory is still alive, by the way. It refuses to die. And yeah, now the Othams are dead. The Ilshis will go next, and the Thams won't do too much either. Not a good attack from Yudi. Simply a mass donation. Another strat, and that's not going to do anything. Will it get taken out now? Yeah, it gets taken out by the mobile anti-air. Tech 3. There's a couple of them, and they've got vets. Yudi pushing forward. Still no mobile shield to protect the snipers at the moment, but at least he does have the snipers in there. That's what you need. The Othams versus bricks, never going to work in your favor, especially with no shields. Snipers are what you need to fight against bricks, the Seraphim, or even Tech 3 mobile anti-air, but mainly snipers are going to be the tool of choice. But the eco is huge now. Paralon adding hives to actually be able to spend that. I mean, in terms of eco though, total mass is 40k more for Yudi. But in terms of the here and now, Yudi has 15 bricks. Or sorry, Paralon has 15 bricks. Oh, he's against 40 Othams and 14 snipers. That is a gigantic army for Yudi. That is a gigantic army for Yudi. Question is, can he get it into the right position and make it a really devastating attack? Snipers getting corsaired. What did I say about not having shields? Corsairs sniping snipers. Thank you, Tommy, for subscribing. What's up, Banana? 4 Tech 3 mechs, sorry, 5 now for Yudi. So the Tech 3 mechs count not looking so devastating anymore, but I mean, Paralon continues making that eco. Problem is he's up against 40 Othams, and he's actually not getting this reclaim right now. I mean, well, one engineer is. He needs... He should grab these engies and take this reclaim, because, I mean, at this point, if he doesn't use that mass immediately, he's going to have such a tiny army. He needs, you know, maybe it's time for a mega. Maybe you can actually make a mega with this reclaim plus. I mean, that's not going to afford a mega, but with the help of that reclaim, I think he might be able to get a mega out, which is fantastic against Othams and snipers. Paralon maybe a bit slow, and he's getting... Oh, look, his bricks are getting blocked by the Tech 1 NGs. Now the Autumn's getting into range where they can really do their full DPS with those shorter range blasters. This doesn't look like it'll be the greatest trade for Yudi, though, in all honesty, but bricks are going down, and now they've stopped moving. Maybe it will be a good trade for Yudi. Oh. Damn, those NGs really blocked him pretty hard. Now Yudi has stopped moving. Paralon going to move back in to range now. He's going to lose more bricks for that. Even though there is only one Autumn left now. Snipers are here still. Oh, he just lost a sniper. The sniper's getting way too close to the action. Another brick goes down. And Paralon's holding on here. And that's going to be even more reclaim in his base. Hives have to be constructed now. He's making a gateway. Which actually we saw him make in the semi-final against Tagada. Still tons of reclaim here, and now Yudi moves in. He finally has Tech 3 shields to protect, and there's a lot of Tech 1 bombers just crashed into those shields there, and the snipers are safe and sound underneath. And Yudi's not going to be Yudi doesn't even need to push in here, but he could perhaps get just a bit closer and target the Tech 3 P-Gen. Maybe the Omni will be a good target for the snipers. Like, he's actually already in range to... almost in range to hit that with the higher speed. If he goes into the longer range firing mode, then he can hit everything here. Sniper... Oh, a lot of snipers on the top side as well. He's got 6 snipers there. He's got mobile shields. And yeah, this expansion will never be built at this stage. It looks like Yudi is just gradually grinding Paralon down. More Corsairs coming in. That sniper actually does a nice dodge, must be said. Some Tech 3 mobile anti-air would be nice for Yudi. That would take care of the Corsairs a lot faster than... Another dodge there, by the way. Nice. The Tech 3 mobile anti-air would take care of the Corsairs a lot faster than some flak would. Yeah, so if we have a sniper here, this is the shorter range and this is the longer range. There's a toggle, so when you toggle it, you get more range, but you move much slower. You fire at a slower rate, but you do a lot more damage. So it's basically, if you're going to be parked here and you're not going to move anywhere, then put yourself into the longer range mode, and you will do, I believe, 2,000 damage per shot. So it's pretty significant damage. Bricks and the Rambo SCU are here. The beauty... Oh, the Rambo SCU is going to be really nice against Seraphim. Previously we saw it against Percivals, where it's not quite as good, and also the game was pretty much lost by the time we saw them in use. Against Autumns, they're going to be fantastic because they have so much range. They stun what they hit, and they have 400 per second regen, so they're very microable. If you keep them alive, you can get them back to full HP pretty quickly. And they're going to be nice. The problem is if they get sniped. That's the only problem. The snipers will still be really good versus not only bricks, but also the Rambo comms. So we'll see what happens here, but can also dodge sniper shots. Yeah, Yudi being pretty careful now. He has so many snipers on the top side, and now so many snipers on the bottom side. I really feel like a mega would have been the way, and he actually is about to finish the mega. What is Yudi? Oh, Yudi making an Awasa. So Paralon just about to finish the megalith. And never mind the Rambocom, which there is exactly one of. No, sorry. Now we have... Oh, that's a RAS SCU. He's building RASCOMs. Okay, yeah, he only has one Rambocom and one RASCOM now. But now the Mega is here. Mega snipers absolutely countered by a megalith. Wow, there's some serious arc on those shots, actually. Didn't realize that. But yeah. Oh, look at the stun. Look at the stun. The damage does not have AoE, but the stun does. And it is brutal. But now the megalith is here, and I don't think Yudi knows that this was coming. If he did, there's no way he would keep his units so close to the base. He would have been retreating already. He's gonna lose so many units to the Mega. This Mega absolutely counters this whole army. And actually in response, Yudi looking to push in on the right hand side as he loses his army on the top. There goes a Loya, not an SCU. But yeah, sniper's no good against the megalith. Range is too great on that thing. And Yudi should just retreat this army. I don't understand why he's still hanging around. Oh, the Mega with no vision. The Mega with no vision. He's lost the Omni in the front. Meaning that the Mega has just walked into range of Othams and snipers. And now the Mega is actually in a little bit of trouble. He's going to lose HP. Rascom goes down in the front as the Othams push in. And he's just going to roll through this base. The Mega has too much to deal with. It's being shot in the back as it tries to turn around and attack these Othams. T3P gen is down. And how's he going to stop this Otham army? Plus the snipers under those shields over there. The Mega with too many targets to look at once. Rascom is here. It's not going to provide too much. But the Othams do begin to retreat, but not before doing quite a bit of damage. The Rascom now starts building T2BDs. Not a bad idea. The Mega already has 17,000 mass killed. Let's see how the Awasa is coming along. Well, it's 33,000 out of 52,000. It's doing pretty well. The snipers are actually doing significant damage, as are the Othams. The Megalith losing a lot of health pretty rapidly, it's got to be said. Getting surrounded, it's not able to use its range, and it's also not targeting down the snipers. If it was targeting the snipers, it would be a lot better. There we go. Now it's shooting them. As you can see, it one-shots them. That eliminates a lot of DPS, but the Mega is actually going to die. To snipers, to Othams, protected by shields. And the Mega goes down. And there is no other Mega coming. And I see almost no bricks. Very, very few bricks here. And it looks like that even without the Awasa, this game might be about to end. Oh, snipers walking into range of Tech 2PD. Looks like Yudi is struggling for power potentially. Or else his shield has just finally recharged. And that's the signal we were waiting for. The Awasa has been completed. And it's going to head towards the base. And drop a first bomb. Not even sure how that commander survived. That must be the Rambocom there. I'm good, says Paralon. I think he's ready to accept that this game is over. I would be. And this... How many more drops will he get? There's a lot of SAMs being built. How long can this base survive? Oh, he's going to drop over here to the... Okay, he's trying to pick his spot. Looking for some damage. He avoids the shields with this bomb. Takes out 3 Tech 3 mexes. Paralon says GG. Nice micro from Yudi, by the way. More Tech 3 mexes go down. Once again, Paralon building Tech 3 mexes with no storage. And that's it. So Yudi wins this game, which makes it 2-1 to Yudi. Paralon took game 1. Yudi came back with 2 map wins on the trot. And really, Paralon just played survival for quite a while at the end of this game. There was potential for him to come back, but Yudi did not allow it. The snipers were so nice. And absolutely necessary. If he didn't switch to the snipers, would have been a very different game. But that was a good way to end it as well with the Oasa. Megalith was the right approach, I think, for Paralon. Ras SCU's not the right approach at all. It's got to be said. But yeah, quite a nice game to watch. So let's move on to game number 4 of the best of 5. Oh, this map. Don't forget to like the stream, guys, as we head into game 4. 2-1 to Yudi right now. Okay, Paralon queues up. Oh, Paralon's got Aeon and Yudi has UEF. Paralon begins building naval factory to the north. We're on hard FFA. Both players spawn in the middle, in the center where there's 8 mechs positions. And okay, the opening is critical on this. In this, I'm actually going to pause right here because the opening is so important. So, what the hell is going on? Paralon, Yudi spawned at the bottom. Paralon spawned at the top, and generally, what you're trying to do is get a naval factory and then get an engineer away from the middle and away from the enemy ACU, so you can start building, and then the ACU goes somewhere and starts building, and you... It's basically about getting build power. And which you generally do by building NGs out of a naval factory. So Paralon builds a factory here, right, to the north. Yudi's plan is to walk over here. He could build a factory to the south, and they would both build a factory. They would both get an engineer to the side. They would both reclaim each other's factory, and then the game would continue. Yudi is doing it differently. He wants to walk over here and not allow... Basically, as soon as this factory would finish, if Paralon would finish this factory, Yudi would just reclaim the factory. He would also not allow an engineer to escape by reclaiming it as soon as it's constructed. So Paralon builds it to halfway, and then he starts building one in the other direction. Almost directly away. And now Yudi's going to walk over to here. Now, Yudi turned away here. Here's what Yudi could do. As soon as Paralon begins building this one, if Yudi builds a factory over here, he can finish that factory. And it's basically, if Yudi would have done that, it would basically be as though they'd spawned, but Paralon would have less resources. It would basically be second 4, except Paralon has less resources because he built half a factory. Instead, Yudi's going to turn around and walk back towards this factory. Now I can tell you what's going to happen. he can't stop both factories from finishing. At this point, it's not possible. If he walks over here, Paralon builds this one. If he walks over here, see, and there you go. Paralon is now going to finish this factory. Yudi's going to be left with no factory. Okay, so Yudi, Paralon now switching back and forth. He's building this one. He's building this one. Also important to note, you can't reclaim a factory as someone else is building it. So Paralon now has a factory, immediately begins building an NG. And now he goes back and does Paralon have resources to finish this factory? Not really. Will this NG escape? Oh, the NG escapes on 41 HP. And now Yudi is going to reclaim this factory. This NG probably shouldn't have been built, honestly, because it's always going to be reclaimed. Yeah, so Paralon should not be building out of this factory because he needs the mass for this guy to build. But at this point, Paralon has an engineer outside the middle, and Yudi does not. And now Yudi is making the drone upgrade. So, and okay, so he's making the drone upgrade, and he started the drone upgrade, and guess what Paralon did? He started making an anti-air turret, because an anti-air turret will shoot down the drone as soon as it's constructed. Yudi sees this, cancels the drone. Paralon then reclaims most of the anti-air turret, and then heads away because he desperately needs resources. So he didn't want to just leave half an AA turret there. And now, as you can see, Paralon has an NG on the island. Yudi does not. Yudi is still in the middle with his ACU. Paralon is not. And Paralon is dominating right now. The opening of this map is so specific, but yet has so many permutations that it is pretty impressive. So scout out for Paralon. This is a great advantage of Aeon. And Yudi says next. He already understands that he's basically screwed. He's so mad. I love the hover scout is so nice. Now an Aurora as well already. So Yudi gonna rush straight for the Hydra. The Hydra's very, very important on this map. So Paralon making his second land factory. Yudi does have multiple naval factories, but guess what? There's an Aurora here to kill his NGs as they're built, which is really nice. And the Aurora also has a really nice fire cycle for killing NGs, must be said. 40 damage per shot. Very little overkill. So Hydro finished for Yudi just about now, while Paralon builds his third land factory and gets the other hydrocarbon. There's also, must be said, a lot of reclaim on this map, almost 40k. So yeah, this Aurora doing work. If he keeps it active, and maybe if he brings another scout, it's going to be really nice. Frigate wouldn't go astray here for... Frigate would not go astray here for Yudi. Problem is, if he starts building one, it's very likely that Paralon would ground fire it as it's under construction and disallow it from continuing to be built. Air factory plan for Yudi as he builds another hydrocarbon. He still has 0 mass extractors, it must be said. He has 1 mass income, relying entirely on reclaim. Still 5 minutes into the game. labs for UD or for Paralon in both directions, gonna look for kills, and these engineers gonna be totally defenseless. At least these NGs, well, at least these NGs will have the ACU nearby. The ones in this position will not. First NG goes down to the flare, and we got a bomber out for Paralon. He's got an air factory. And he's found more NGs. They're gonna go down. Bomber coming in. Not sure what it's going after. It's just looking for targets, I guess. He waited so long to go and target these NGs instead of these other ones. I can't do math, says Yudi. Why do you afford 2 Navy factories and 1 A and 1 engineer? Well, he didn't build 2 Navy factories. He was actually stalling. It's true. But I think by the time he made anti-air, he was actually able to get some reclaim with the engineer, so... yeah. But yeah, at this point... Yudi's not getting answers. Paralon is so far ahead, he's gonna have labs everywhere. Yudi's not really playing anymore, more so just chatting. As you can see, he has virtually nothing. And he throws in the towel. GG, well played, fun, he says. Ooh, hard FFA, man. It is hard. This map takes no prisoners. You need to know your shit if you're gonna play this map. And that makes it 2-all. So this game has sent us into a decider. What's up, Mr. K? What's up, Volatility? No, Alex. And we have a game 5 in the best of 5. And we're going to be on map Gen. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. We got a good few viewers here. Hello to everyone. Everyone hyped for this final game. All right. I think I have some idea of what you're referring to, Farms. Might just do something with this. $20 by $20 map gen. So let's look at the map. So UD has Aeon, and Parlon has Seraphim once again. And people are talking about, hey, isn't Aeon crap because nobody picked it? Well, we saw it in the previous 2 games now. Right, so this is very sparse. map mass-wise. I mean, there's a bit of reclaim, over 7,000, but 5 mexes in your main base, one extra on the island, 3 mex base here, 3 mex and a hydro here on this island, 3 very spread here, 2 very spread here. So very little mass. That's what, 2, 5, 8, 11, 12, 17 mexes each. If all mexes are taken, they'll have 17 each. Not a huge amount, unless you're a team game player, then it'd be twice as much as you're used to, but Paralon going really quickly to Tech 2, well, not to Tech 2 Air, but to his air factory. Building only 2 mexes at the moment, and getting tree reclaim. MapGen loves its reclaim of trees. And he's going to try and get a really fast transport. And he's going to succeed as well. So, should be finished by like 2 minutes 30, maybe. And looks like he's just pulled out a pretty nice build here, honestly. Yeah, he's stalling a bit now, but he's going to assist the land factory for another NG. He's going to have 4 NGs to put on board there. And yeah, time for more power. 5. He only made 5 PGens, so probably, yeah, he paused the air factory now. It's a very fast transport. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a questionable build. We'll see what he can do with the transport though. If he gets some really good positions with it, then it could be really important. Yudi just going for like a much more normal build and ends up with a lot more mass, but a lot more mass that hasn't been spent. So how much of an advantage is it? We shall see. Transport is on the move. He's going to drop here. He's going to get the hydro probably immediately, if I had to guess. How many is he going to drop? Just 1 actually, so no, he'll go for the mexes first, considering there's only 1 NG, and then he'll go for the hydro. If there is 2 or 3 NGs here, he would probably go for the hydro first. And he actually only dropping in 2 more positions. I would expect him to drop, maybe he'll drop 2 here and get a factory just to try and really secure this island for himself. Also, he'll have the hover, the Zuis to, you know, potentially raid this island if UD ends up taking this. Never mind, he just drops 1 here. Bit unusual. I don't know why you need 2 here and only 1 on the more exposed island, but sure. Not a big deal. UD is walking somewhere, which is, well, okay, he's walking. I feel like walking here might be a play. What's up, Havelock? Walking all the way over here seems like a strange decision, honestly. UD's transport has been scouted. He's got it fully laden with engineers. And this looks dangerous. There are 3 inties from Paralon heading directly after this transport. 1 NG dropped. And Mex is queued. And the transport is already under attack now. 1 intie from Yudi is going to try and defend. Where is Yudi going with the transport? He has to land. Otherwise he's going to lose all the build power. Losing the transport is bad. Losing all the build power is way worse. Is he actually trying to get away? Why is he not unloading the transport? He thinks he can save it. Oh. Oh my god, that is so unnecessary. There's no need to keep them on the transport. You see, even if you save the transport, you don't need the NGs on board while you save it, because then you can just pick them up again. That was extremely painful for UD. 5 NGs go down. He only dropped 1 here. That was brutal. And UD walking to this island, and he's going to try and throw up a couple of factories. It's going to be pretty expensive to get some factories up, but he does have resources in the base. Transport has been scouted again, and that's you hate to see it. You hate to see the enemy scout right on your transport for the second time in the game. That would really depress you. And his transport is under attack. He's down to 279 HP. The Inties have tanked some shots for him. And that is a lot of chat. And the transport goes down, full of NGs again. Anti-air in Paralon's base. UD not happy. He's got another transport. There's still 2 air scouts for Paralon. And they've started moving again. Don't think he's seen this transport. He found another one. Transport scouted once again. Look at this island, by the way. Did he see that the AC was here? He's invested so much into the land. UD trying to take out that transport again. And whoa, an Inti gets past, so that'll make UD sweat a little bit. He will take some shots, but the Inti will go down. Oh no, the Inti goes down without taking any shots. Paralon's already here on the island. Multiple factories, building a radar now. And transport under attack again. He knows exactly where the NGs are. And there's going to be Zuis here to kill the NGs immediately. Transport from UD heading to the main island of Paralon. Right now, Paralon looking like he's has control of this island. This island, he's got way more production. I mean, he's got 6 factories. He's got a PD. He's got radar. He's got loads of NGs. He's got 2 of the 3 mexas, and he's got way more units. So it doesn't look like Yudi's going to get either of these islands. He drops and starts trying to make a proxy on Paralon's main island. Doesn't look like Paralon has seen it yet. Paralon now going to raid this position. There's a nice 1 NG to kill. That's building a hydro. As Paralon moves into this position, starts taking it out. And yeah, the NGs dropped to the north have been killed, and the Zuis can go and find other places to attack, like this island and this position. T2 max for UD, by the way. There is also 1 T2 max for Paralon. Proxy still not revealed for UD. He's building Aurora. He needs to build some artillery for sure. He needs... I feel like he should have only built artillery, maybe. Building all these Auroras seems strange to me. Also, the 3 naval factories have shown themselves to be pretty ineffective. Navy not a major force on this map in the early game. Certainly he can do damage. The luckiest human in this universe, says UD. He's not happy. Close stream. You know, I haven't seen what Yudi said, but how do I actually... Let's see. Do we? Do we hide Yudi's? It only works before their messages are posted, so we'll do it now. You can watch it after. you can check out the replay. There's the replay ID. But yeah, we won't show you what Yudi said, just in case. You can hear the chat messages coming. Oh, here come the bombers. He's just got Aurora and no anti-air. And the Aurora all just gonna get bombed before they even arrive. Tech 2 transport for Parallel for some reason. Guess he's looking to move some Zoos around. But yeah, the proxy doesn't look like it'll work. And Yudi is so unhappy with this. Yeah, poor Yudi did get a ban for what he said in this game at the end. And Parallel wins. To refer to the game, you say. Alright. So Parallel wins. The best of 5. That was a really good series. Really good series. The last 2 games are pretty heartbreaking for Yudi, I will say. I mean, the hard FFA, he simply played incorrectly. In this one, he made mistakes. But also, Parallel finding multiple transports and denying all expansion was quite insane. So, yeah, Parallel takes 3rd place. Yudi in 4th, and we only have the final left to cover. Final is between Zlo and Tagada. I'm getting there trying to watch replays. Try use the Python client. Or just open the more info. It should actually show you the chat, I think. Download more info. I think it shows the chat. Oh no, it doesn't actually. It doesn't say there. I don't play the game. Well, not as much anymore. Not while we're casting. I could join Raiders 1v1 game. I think we need to leave this one first. Yeah, Yudi wasn't permabanned. No. He's just banned for a little while. Not very long. I think that's the wrong version, but I don't even know what the differences are. No, I'm not going to play Hard FFA versus Farms. No. That sounds awful. I'm not good at Hard FFA. Right, let me ping Raider. If he's AFK for too long, we're not going to play. We're just going to call it a day. Give him a minute or two. Yes, Alistair. Who said I'm Italian? What? What do you mean? Or both Aeon? I think you just misread my flag, I guess. How do you build? How do you do build on this map? Yeah, my flag is not Italian. I don't even sound slightly Italian. Come on. Did he give me the old... Yeah, Pablo. I did make a build on this map at some point. Completely forgotten it now, obviously. Yeah, this is the final, guys, for sure. We're both Aeon, which is interesting. Let's put that there. Dude, get the reclaim. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's do 9, I guess. Might work. This is the last time I played this fucking game. Why do I have so many scouts? Why do I have 3 guys going to those mexes? That's not what's supposed to happen. Oh, he's got a lot of inties. Is he gonna rush maybe tech to air? Not sure what his plan will be. I need to figure a way to switch my factories back on, but for now, maybe go tech 2. Land, I don't know. It's really tough to... Let's go tech 2 land. Yeah, you can build a base there. I'll just try and, you know, take the mass anyway. Yes, I know we're always stalling power. What do you want me to do about it? Let's go get this mass. Hmm. Where's the transport? He wants to fight air. I don't think he should fight air, to be honest. Yeah. Up for me is actually the... Now it's the bottom base. So... I think maybe we go Tech 2 Navy. That's what we need. He has way more map control, so we need to take back the map pretty fast. Should we go Tech 2 Navy? Probably. We don't have mass right now. Let's walk up on this. Let's take that back. GG, he says. Seems too soon. But okay. Calls GG. But yeah, we were winning. Yeah, no, he's right here. I knew he's around the bottom somewhere. He did manage to get like... I mean, I got the top and this, so he didn't get everything, but I got... Actually, I'm on this reclaim and I'm not taking it. He didn't even take this reclaim, so... Yeah, I mean, he hosted the map, but he didn't really know the map, I guess. It's all about the Salem wreckages and the juicy wrecks around them. But he got the map control, but you can see I'm about to take back the map control. With air and Tech 2 land and stuff. And Navy's 1, so... Probably should have gone Tech 2 Navy there as well. Yeah. Right, we'll see. We'll play one ladder game, I think, and then that'll be it. I think I have time for one ladder game. Let's see. Okay. Is there a ladder league? I think there is, yeah. Yeah. There's very little ladder happening though. Oh, I think Blastjill's playing Raider. Okay. Alright, our opponent was cruelly stolen away from us. What a travesty. Wow. Feeling tired. There isn't one. I think there is, though. I think you're wrong. Or at least... Oh, here, where is it? Oh yeah, that says from July. Oh yeah, that says ended in July. Wait. These stats... Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe it just has the wrong dates now. But there are stats that look like they're for this month. Although, actually, no, there's no way Swaka's played 30 games in the last 4 days. More than 30, 35 games. I don't think so. There has not been that much ladder activity in the last 4 days. So, I actually have no idea what's going on with ladder leagues. They seem screwed. Hydro. Those are from last month. Yeah. Yeah, there's something weird, I guess. I don't know what's going on with ladder leagues. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hit like on the way out if you enjoyed. And thanks for tuning in. And tomorrow I'll cast the finals. So, tune in for that. And I'll see you then. Goodbye. And good night.